So, hey guys, ooh, the camera's tilted. Hey guys, it's Mariah here, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my study abroad experience. Um, but before I get into the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you like these kind of videos. Um, yeah, so let's just get on into the video. So to start off, I'm in Madrid and I have been here for 2 months now. This is my last week. Um, And I feel like I don't want to be a complainer or a Debbie Downer or like anything like that because I do understand that studying abroad is an amazing opportunity and I've learned a tremendous amount of stuff while I've been here and I like stuff that I couldn't ever learn in America, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But I kind of feel as though my study abroad experience anyways was a little bit overhyped in the sense that I kind of went into it thinking, oh, study abroad is going to be the most amazing experience of my entire life. The food is going to be amazing. The social life is going to be amazing. This and that, this and that. And not that none of that is true, but I just feel as though it hasn't been as true as like I was kind of expecting, which I guess it can also be my fault because it's never a great thing to like over romanticize any sort of experience because like you never know what's going to happen. And but yeah, so the first thing that comes to mind is that for me the food was kind of a disappointment, which I know is like not really something to complain about, but like when you are living in a place for 2 months, it's kind of like, oh, I don't like the food here, so now I'm here for 2 months and like what am I gonna eat? So I was in an apartment. In my program you had two options of where to live. So you could either live in an apartment or live in a homestay with a family. And I chose to live in an apartment because in the homestay your meals are included, but in the apartment they're not. And I'm vegan and I was just like asking somebody else to like cook only vegan meals for me like twice a day, Monday, like all 7 days a week. I was like, that's kind of too much and I didn't want to like burden anybody but with like my dietary restrictions. So I was just like, I'll live in an apartment, I'll cook my own food, this and that. So I went there thinking, oh, okay, like I'll eat out a lot and like try Spanish food. And I was kind of thinking, I guess this was just my fault, but I was expecting Mexican food. Like a lot of my family, like close family friends are Mexican and like the food they make for us is amazing. And I was thinking that that was going to be here. I don't know why. I guess that was me just being silly because I was like, oh, they speak Spanish, so it's going to be Mexican food. But no, it was not. And the food here is kind of unseasoned, to be honest. I don't know, like I really don't want to complain too much about the food, but I just feel as though honestly my mom makes better food than a lot of the food I've had here. But that's just, I'm also a very picky eater, so that could just be me. I'm not sure if everybody has this complaint about Spanish food or like, yeah, Spanish food from Spain, but that was just a personal thing. And the second thing, the biggest thing that I had an issue with was loneliness. So, I'm a very social person. I like being with people. I like being with my friends, with my family, whatever. When I got here, I thought that I guess I'm not really sure what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting to be alone as much as I have been alone. So I go to class every day, and my classes are morning classes. So I go to class at 8:30 and then I'm done with classes at 1. And after 1 there's like the school is kind of small, which is a cultural thing in Spain, is that like a lot of kids just commute. The colleges usually don't have dorms. And I'm not sure if this is just because it's summer, but there weren't any clubs. So I feel like back home, a lot of my activities or like a lot of times that I was hanging out with people were either just like hanging out with my friends or like going to club meetings, this and that. And since there aren't any clubs here, it was hard to not only like be around people all the time, but also it was hard to make friends in general because like you would go to class from 8:30 and I had friends in classes, but we weren't super close or anything like that. So it wasn't like I really hung out with them after class. And maybe that was also just me because I feel like I'm social and friendly and outgoing and all these things, but at the same time I feel like when it comes time to like make friends, I'm really bad at making friends. And not even because like I'm not even really sure what the issue is, but I just feel like I don't really, not that I don't like people, I don't know how to describe it, but like I have a hard time like getting connected to people initially. and like the friends that I do have, I'm like very close with and like very attached to, but like when it's time to actually make a new friend, I just don't really make new friends. I really don't know how to describe it. But like since I've gotten here, I haven't really made any close friends except for one girl who I was pretty close friends with, but she was only here for the month of June and I was here for June and July. And so that was a bummer cuz I don't see her anymore. But yeah, loneliness, and I feel like I wasn't ever even really homesick. But I definitely did, like, I would talk to my mom and my friends, and I would just like, I just wanted to be with them. So maybe that is, I mean, I wouldn't call it homesick because it's not like I really wanted to go home. I was just like, I wish that there was somebody here that like I could hang out with, and not even necessarily friends from home, but just like any friend, even if it was a Madrid friend. I just like was always by myself in the apartment, and I don't necessarily mind being alone. Like the alone time was good, and like I would relax and watch TV and whatever. But at the same time, like it's very lonely. At least for me. Um, yeah, so also, the next thing that was a struggle was speaking Spanish all the time, which don't get me wrong, I was glad that it was a struggle because I came here with the sole purpose of I want to get better at Spanish. That was like my main goal. My only goal of coming here was I want to be fluent or as close to fluent as I can get in the 2 months while I'm here. So it was a struggle, but it was definitely worth it. My Spanish has gotten tremendously better since I got here. And I'm going to be a sophomore in college this fall, and I haven't taken a Spanish class since my 11th grade year of high school. So it's been like 2 full years since I've taken a Spanish class. So yeah, it was definitely hard at first, but I got more used to it, and my Spanish is definitely much better. But that definitely was a struggle. And sometimes it's just like almost frustrating because like you try and talk to people and sometimes they don't understand you, or like my accent isn't the greatest, and so sometimes it's a little frustrating because like I'm trying to communicate with them but they're not understanding me, so it's just like we both are just like we're both people are frustrated, but yeah, that was just one struggle that was like not something that I minded. The next thing is, okay, I love Cornell, and like I know this sounds cheesy, I'm like literally wearing my Cornell hat, but I just feel as though I'm one of those people who like I like, not that I like what I know and I know what I like, but like because I do like trying new things, but I just Cornell, like since getting to Cornell, I love Cornell. I don't, well, I do have my complaints, but like that's besides the point. I just really enjoy being at Cornell. I like everything about my friends, the dorms, I like all that kind of stuff. Well, my freshman dorm was terrible, but that's besides the point. Anyways, yeah, here there are no dorms, so my apartment was not with students who also go to my college, which was kind of a bummer because it's like, oh, like some people's apartments had other students in it, but mine was not like that. So I couldn't even really talk to the people in my apartment that much because they weren't like, we weren't friends. They had their own lives. They weren't students. They were like, a lot of them were a little bit older, like in their mid-20s. So they just like had jobs and doing whatever. But yeah, so that was also a bummer because I like the dorm life and like just like walking up the stairs and seeing my friends, or like going to the next dorm over and seeing my friends, and it's just like that wasn't something here, which kind of ties into the loneliness thing because I like being with like people that I like and that I know, and even if I don't know them, like I like being around people that I like. And here, not that I didn't like people, but it was just hard to even get to know if I liked people because I just didn't spend a lot of time with a lot of the kids in my school. And then yeah, and then that's also about the whole no clubs thing. Like it was kind of hard because there were no clubs to like meet people with similar interests and things like that. But yeah, overall, I'm really grateful that I was able to come to Cornell. I mean, come to Madrid. It was a tremendous experience, but there were definitely things that like I wasn't expecting that were kind of hard, at least for me. Um, and yeah, so I guess I'm going to end the video here. Please, as I said, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. It really helps out our channel as we're trying to grow. And thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.